Good morning. And I guess Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Eve, so it's not too early to say. Well, it never is too early to say Merry Christmas, I guess, but definitely not too early, no. So what I want to do is make the rocking horse from the Tonic Studios die set, and I'm making this for somebody that loves pink. So I have some pink cardstock. And the other stuff I'll pull as I go, what colors and that I want. These dies are not going to fit on my marquee, so I have to use my Gemini, which, here's my plates here. And I need to cut... I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do with this piece here, but I'm going to work. So you need to do a left and a right side, and they're both here. It's not like you have to do one backwards or anything like that. So there. And then we need the inside piece, which is this one. And this is not cutting. I think it's just embossing here, so I don't have to worry about that. And then I need 3 of these bars. Okay. And I'm going to be able to get those 3 out of this also. So we're going to turn it out very good here. This is going to be good. And there's words here that'll fit in there too. So there's baby girl, baby boy, new baby, first Christmas, Merry Christmas. But I don't think this has to be Christmas. You know, it could be new baby. So, okay, these are all going to go in like this. And I suppose I could have taped them down to avoid them shifting. But let's see if they're going to cut without another mat in here. Without another kind of shim. They're basic, simple. I may not need it, but then again, if my machine is loosened up, I will need it. So let's see how they did. Oh, very good. It's even got the embossing in there good. The horse is good. So it looks like it's still good. And this piece, and I need 2 more of these because they want me to have 3 of these. So I'm gonna try to get 2 pieces, and I'm gonna cut it because I don't want to have to keep cutting. So I am going to, and actually this I can do on the marquee. And I like to use the marquee a lot, even though even though I have my Gemini right here, it's just, this is a cheaper machine. The folders are very inexpensive, and so I would rather have more wear and tear on this than the more expensive stuff, if that makes sense. It would be very easy to replace this, not so much that. The really only the hard thing about replacing this would be availability, more so than cost. Now, for some people, that's not true. For some people, but it still would be easier to replace than the Gemini. So if I don't need the machine, the bigger machine, I always try to use the smaller, less expensive machine. So no matter what I'm doing, no matter what it is, that's just how I prefer it. Okay, so I haven't been here for over a week, and I don't know how my glue's gonna work, so I'm just gonna try to squeeze some out here. It's coming out, but it's not flowing out, if you know what I mean. Let's see. There we go. Now I got glue. Okay, so it says to I got all my pieces, and now this says to, I think, take your main panel die cut and fold along every score line. Position your folder mid put on the inside of your first horse die cut. The die cut should be placed so that its edges do not extend beyond the edges of your horse. Glue in place, and then position and glue your second horse. Create 3 bars by taking your bar cut dies, these, folding along this and gluing the glue tabs. Position and adhere your construct bars to your rocking horse as shown below. I am going to make these first because I would kind of like these to be done and dried. And so I am going to fold and make these first. Right, I'm just burnishing these with my thumbnails here. And here's my glue tab. So all I'm going to do is just stick them on like this right here. So I'm going to put glue on my glue tab. And these are construction pieces, so you want them put together nice. But perfect is maybe not necessarily required, because you could always put this to the bottom and it won't really show. But you do want to make it as nice as you can. So, you're going to try. You're going to try for the perfect. So, I was kind of hoping this would be constructed in a way that you could fold it and stick it in an envelope. A lot of the Spellbinders, older 3D stuff was made that way. But, no, not with this. This is going to be definitely staying a box. So we have to make 3 of these. Which seems like it might be the longest thing to do, actually. The biggest time consumer. It's really easy to put together, it seems. And if I wasn't putting so much glue on it, it might catch quicker. But I still want to make sure I hold it good so it stays together, right? Everything on this horse, pretty much everything, not quite everything, but the horse stuff is pretty much 2 of everything, because they gave you a right and a left side, and I love that they did that. Okay. I did do... Okay. So, let's do this. I'm trying to not put quite as much glue because, like I said, with this glue, the less glue there is, the quicker it grabs. Problem is, I got this thing flowing real good, and it's put that a good flow. So that's all right. This one went a little quicker than the last one, anyways. But not quite so perfect looking, right? So you get in a hurry, and that's what happens. But because I'm doing this during a video, I don't want the video to run too long for you. So, and I know some people will say, oh, you didn't need to make all 3 of them in front of the camera, but the thing is, I don't pre-do anything. I show everything, and that way if a mistake is made, you are seeing it happen. I do want to make sure those ends are done on there. I see that caught a little quicker that time. And these are the last things that go on the construction of the horse. If you use the instructions, but I just wanted to have mine. I didn't want to start putting it all together and then have to stop and make these. So I just went ahead and did it this way. This tip was not stuck, it was sticking up. So this is tacky glue, so a lot of times it will still stick if I just stick it down. Okay, so I'm going to put these to the side. Now, the instructions say to fold this. Let's see. Take your main panel die and fold along every score line. Position your folded middle panel on the inside of your first horse. So I'm going to take out, of course, first all of those, and I'm wondering which way. So this way, then these, I believe, should go back. This line is just not quite embossed well enough. So now what I don't understand is there's a score line here. So should that be folded too? That one doesn't have a score line. I think no. I don't know why there's a line there. Yeah, no, it's sticking straight up. Now there's panels I can cut out of here if I wanted to. There are panels I can cut out. I'm going to keep this one pretty straight. Now I want to get these out, these little cutouts here. Okay. So let's just see how this looks. Let's see how I'm gonna. It's gonna go this way, is that right? So this is gonna be up here, here, and here. I don't know. This was not the way I envisioned it. Huh. Like why would a seat ever be this way? That would be backwards. See, nothing would be backwards that way, would it? Maybe. I'm putting too much into it. I do that sometimes. It's probably perfectly fine. It's all in my mind. Okay, I know. This is gonna have to be straighter up and down. So that this can fit in there. That's kind of odd. I did it wrong. Okay. This is why you see the whole thing. This goes this way. Okay. So when it's this way, it's going to fit better because those tabs are not hanging out, but they're on the inside. But that's the way it is in here, and you can see that little tab right there. If I could show you, none of these, this one kind of does show that little tab a little bit more. So these have to be folded inward. And now they'll go in like this and it'll fit better. Okay. This is why I like to show you everything. Because if I already knew that and just went along and did it without showing you what happened, you might not believe me and decide to try. Or you might not realize so much that I did that, and you might go ahead and do it the other way. At least this way, you'll definitely know, oh no, wait, that didn't fit on that horse right. When Lori had hers folded that way. You might think, why didn't Lori fold it that way, the other way? Look how you can see her tabs on the inside. You know, stuff like that. So, it just makes it better this way. You can see, and what did I do? I glued over most of the glue that was, stuck on the horse. There is still glue here, but it doesn't. It's dried and doesn't feel sticky, so I'm good with that. So I feel safe here right now. I'm going to kind of prop these up just a little bit so that when I sit the horse on them, they'll work down and it'll hold that horse a little better, hopefully, than if I didn't. I just grabbed this to get these little things out here. Why it wants to give me a hard time, I don't know. I know that's not its job, but still. I love this rocking horse. I wondered if you could kind of run that and really make it rock. Because this rocking horse is not going to rock. And I say that because, see, now getting this second one placed might be a little bit more challenging. Because what am I looking at? To decide where it goes. Oh yeah, this could come up. Okay. All right. Well, pretty simple. So, I think one thing I did, I used the top or the nice side of the die cut on the inside. I would probably change that and put it to the outside. And it doesn't really look that bad, but it would probably look a little bit better the other way. And there's our horse. No, it doesn't rock. It's not supposed to, I guess. But maybe if we took in some scissors and rounded this, it might. No. We have the bars, so we're going to put these little bars in. And a little glue here. A little glue here. And the first one's going to go right there. I need to kind of, it's not so easy to line it up. It doesn't feel like it's lined up. Maybe because my horse isn't lined up perfect or something. I don't know. It's really just to stabilize it, I think, and keep it together. It's not straight at all. Boy, I didn't think my horses were that crooked. Okay. And I'm going to do this rear one because I kind of manipulated that a little bit. and got them all kind of lined up a little better. So I'm going to go ahead and do the back and do the same thing. I'm afraid if I put the one in the middle, I won't be able to do that. It's weird that this bar feels way sturdier than the other bar. It shouldn't, should it? They should be the same. Same paper, same dye. It just feels sturdier. Maybe it's just glued together better somehow. Okay. So I'm going to call that good. This one is all kinds of messed up, isn't it? Okay. That back one lined up really nice. I don't know what. Maybe not as nice as I thought. Maybe not. And the middle one. I don't know why my bars look so messed up. Like the horse looks lined up and good and everything. It's the bars that look all jacked up. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure this out. They're just. That one don't want to come off. No. Now the back one looks good. The middle one looks okay. It's just this front one. For some reason. When I get the front one right, then the others don't want to be right. That's not right. So this is the hard part, I guess. I think that's about the same spot. It's not straight. But it's not straight, and the horse is sitting nice. I don't know. Let me redo this back one. get it. About the same. I want to check and make sure this video is not going too long. Okay. So how is that? It looks horrible. It just doesn't look like it's the same. That looks a little better. So maybe it was, I don't know. What? All right. Wow. I'm not happy with this. I think you can tell. The front one looks good now, and the back one doesn't. I'm trying to see. What is messed up on it that's not lining up, but it pretty much looks the same on the piece. So I don't know. Maybe I just have to do this. And that maybe will help it line up. Okay, maybe this will help it line up. I did have that really messed up, but maybe if I fix this, it'll fix the rest of it. Maybe that's it. Maybe that was my problem. Okay, that's better. And it's sitting nice. So make sure you got your bars lined up or it's gonna make a difference. It is gonna make a difference. So I don't know how you could do it where it's perfect. I really couldn't tell you. Okay. So now we need to decorate. And so we have Maine, and I brought over this stuff right here. And I think this is going to be good Maine. So mane and tail, if there's tail, no tail. Which means what you have to do then is run the horse and cut that piece off. So I'm going to get some of the glitter from the back. Now to do the tail piece from the horse, you have to be able to run it through the die machine. I can run it through that far. It's when you get to this part, it won't. And the tail, where did I do with the folder for this? I should have had the folder here. Well, instead of sitting here looking for ages, I'm going to grab another one. And so these are the mains. These will be the tails. So let me do the main first. Take that off of here. I will cut these. And I'm going to cut and glue. And the reason is I don't want to lose pieces that I've already cut because I've stuck them to the side and haven't glued them. So I'm just going to do a cut and glue. Ooh. This folder's really seen some better days. Okay. So, that is a separate piece. What is that? Oh, okay. So this comes two pieces. So there is a little tiny piece in here. And that's the piece that's going to go up over. So I'm going to bring my horse in. And this will go. I'm trying to think how they've got this. Because I don't want to be off, really. Then things don't fit right, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Okay. And this is what I'm doing. That's what I'm guessing. And then I'm going to take the little tiny piece, which should be which one? There's two. There's this one. Trying to see which one's going to be going the right way. Okay. And then this one is supposed to come this way. But I've done something. Phew. Alright, that doesn't really want to fit right, does it? I think it's the other one I need. Excuse me. It's a little cool this morning. But since we went through rain yesterday, I don't think I should complain. I'm just going to put a little dab of glue right here, and I'm going to just kind of stick that. somehow there. Just because they gotta have that little piece that comes off, right? They got to. You gotta have that little piece that comes off. Okay. Now I need to do this side. And I'm just gonna bring it here. And here's this little piece. Uh-oh. It's all coming off. I think they actually have it the other way around. I think I did put it backwards. I had it right the first time. Oh well, what can I do? What can I do? Okay, now I need to do the tails. So I'm just gonna cut me a little piece here. Just that little back space. Yeah. I want it big enough, but I don't want it too big. I don't want to waste the paper. And I'm going to stick this in here. Just like that. And that's going to run through. It's just enough, and then back through. And so I only needed this piece to cut. See? So from here, you're going to do both sides, right? Now I'm going to just do the one side. So that it goes quicker and you can see me decorate up a whole side. Later on, I'll come back and I'll do the other side. So that's how they did the tail. And you can do that with any part you want. So if you want your horse to have spots and you want the spots right, you can come back and cut the spots out of a different horse and use these edges. Also, you can see they've got a different color here. Let me look and see if they have that dye. No. So all you would do, and you would have to have the big die cutting machine to do it. Just cut the whole thing and then cut that off. You could put just the paper just on the bottom, but you gotta make sure you got it enough where it covers that whole thing. Cut that off. Okay, let's get what else we got here. Let's see. We got saddles. We got. Oh. It doesn't want to stick. I was just gonna do basic saddle reins. I'm a little concerned with how the reins go on. And it looks a little confusing. But what I want to do is use I ripped that. I ripped the top. But I want to use the mirror card for the saddle. And this. And the reins. So, get that piece. Cut these pieces. It's so pretty, isn't it? It's such a pretty horse. Their horse shape is just so pretty. They didn't go with the goofy, cartoony, childy. They went with like the real rocking horse, which I love. Everything's moving. Okay, let's see which sets I need. I think so. This one here, I think, is gonna be here. And I kind of hoped I left that there. So that's a little bit where you can put the saddle up in there. And I did that on purpose. Believe it or not, that's not just luck. I did that on purpose. And trying to get it to fit nice. So that says to me, let's put the glue on the actual saddle itself and not the horse. And you really should just follow the horse's body. And that should make it work. That should put it just right. How you want it to be. See, to me, that shouldn't be doing that. But they've got decorations there. You can put a bow or something there if you want. To me, that's a little bit of a weird spot for a decoration, but maybe not. Okay, and then the reins need to be, I don't know, probably the other one because this is the one I'm taking out. So the reins, yep, the other one, that was right. And the ear by there. You just look at the picture and try to figure it out. But use the face of the horse, not the mane, because you may have put the mane in the wrong place, right? So like I'm gonna be like, is that right? Because, and just make your adjustments accordingly. And there's the rain. So what I'm going to do for my reins, oh, there's eyes. I need eyes. I'm going to have to cut out some eyes. I'm just going to put a few little drops on my reins. And that's how I'm going to get it. Okay, I like that placement. That turned out pretty good. I was worried about putting them on. Well, those were all I was really concerned about for the video. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's an hour. Here are the little eyes. Look. It's a little scary. There's little tiny things. Teeny tiny. So, there we go. And there it is. And I love it. Even though I gotta figure out my bottom better. Alright, everybody. Alright, if you like my videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for joining me. I hope you join me again. And Merry Christmas, everybody.